In this video, I'm going to teach you how to set up Examview and run the program and use it. So step one is to plug in the USB key that has been provided to you. And what we want to click on is going to be this file here, Examview Banks. Let's click on that. And you want to go to Setup. These are, by the way, all the menus that have questions in them, but we got to do the setup first. So let's double click on Setup. Yes. Next. Yes. Pick your place. I'm just going to keep it on the C drive. I'm going to install all these tools. You don't necessarily need to, but I will for this one. And next. Do I want a shortcut? Yes or no? I'm going to go with no. And let's close it up here. To access this, we can go to the Start menu. And it's going to be under Recently Added, but it should also be under Examview Pro Generator. So let's click on that now. The option we want to go to is the Test Generator. Now there are many options up at the top, and I'm going to show you just the basics here to get started. You can fill this in, whatever you want to put. And I will not register now. All right, so here we go. So if I just want to get a bunch of questions together, first thing I do is create a test from scratch. The title here doesn't matter, again, whatever you want to put. And I'm going to click OK. And then I've got some options to do some selecting here. I always go with the question mark here. I don't even know what that is, a folder. Click on that one. Now that is going to allow me to access all the questions. Now here's what we got to do though, is these questions you see here, this is where these are just accessible from what you've installed. But if you actually want access to the rest of the questions, we need to go to this little folder here, and we need to find our USB key. So I guess there's sort of two ways or two things we can do here. You can continue to use the USB key and click Exam Banks, or just copy and paste this onto your desktop, and then you know where it is. Anyway, so I'm going to click on that, and then I'm just going to press select here. And now this gets me into all of our test banks. So business, grammar, math, science, social science. Science and math have the most questions in them. I'm going to click the science, and you'll see there's a whole slew of test banks here. Click on some of them, you can see the book that they are associated with. So you can do a search for that if you so desire, and some extras. So just do some searching. So let's say I just want to have some questions from this bank here. I'm going to click on it. There are some reading tests right here with multiple choice answers, one per chapter. And here's the test bank here. I'm going to click on that. And then we've got our chapters. Let's go to circuits. And again, you can pick more than one. I'll just pick one for now. Actually, no, I'll pick two. And we'll click next. Now, probably the easiest way to search this is by some of these search functions here. Keywords and topics. Sometimes the test banks have keywords and topics. Sometimes they don't. Generally, if I know what I'm looking for, I'll just click that button. What was that one? This is national, no, not national standard. This is learning objective, and this will give you the chapters. These are just the ones that I picked. So some physical properties, let's say that one. I can specify the question here, but I don't need to. So we've got that picked. I'm just going to go to select while viewing, and you can pick one question at a time. You can click that one and it selects them all. You don't necessarily need to do that. You can pick that, whatever else. There's completion, matching, multiple choice, and some short answer questions. Let's say we just want to get rid of that entirely. We've got 300 questions. Again, you can select while viewing, and these are all the questions there from that chapter 5. If you want to go to chapter 13, just go down to here, click on that one, and then you can go to circuits. Again, whatever you've selected. And there you go. Now, one thing I will show you here, if you want to go change it up here, you can go back, and you can remove all. And this time I'm going to go back to the math one. This time I'm going to go into math. And again, there's some books associated with this. I want to show you one particular type of question, though. And I know it is whatever one of these. We'll just pick one. And then I'm going to go to select while viewing. Now what we're looking for is this. This is a little different. It's a little calculator with a little red dot. So let's just select that one question and press OK. And then I'm going to press close. So now I'm onto my test. And by the way, I generally tend to export these, file, export in a rich text format if I'm making a quiz for kids. And then that goes into Word, and then I'll fix my formatting a little bit. Anyway, with this question, though, what's kind of nice is another thing I do is tend to upload a lot of these questions to the computer so the kids can do them, and there's a randomized thing. So I'm just going to click Control-C to copy, and then Control-V to paste. And you'll notice that the numbers are different. So it's the same question, the numbers generated differently, different answers, and I mean, you can go an infinite number of these. And I guess that was only so many for that one. I got 18 different questions here. So I might put all of these into a test bank and just have the test bank select one at a time. So the kids get the same type of question, but they have different numbers, so they can't really copy off their neighbor. There's other things to look at here. You can format, you can make your own questions. You can just copy and you can double click on a question and go in and adjust things. This one has that calculator, so it's difficult to adjust this particular one because this one's like a calculated question. Any of the science ones, you can just change them, no big deal. Sometimes I'll mess around with the headers and the footers. The layout is good too. There's different ways for you to print the answer key. Generally on a multiple choice test, I like to make it so it's not small a and small b and c. I make them all capital letters, and that's all something you can do here. And again, there's different choices for exporting. Lots of different stuff there. But that's how you use the test bank.